My name is Darrel, electrician's mate, second class. And then I spent 3 years on the USS Adnaki, was transferred to the USS Chipola, AO-63, temporarily for about 4 months, because the other tug that I was being assigned to was out to sea, and it was the USS Toby, ATF 105. And I spent the last year on the Toby. And but it was a new experience, and when I went on the Chipola, they knew I was a short timer, so I really didn't have a specific job, but it happened to be basketball season at the time, and we had a ship's team, so that's what I did. I played basketball for the ship's team. It was a bigger ship, and naturally it was a little bit different, but I adapted to that well enough. I liked it on there, and I made some awful good friends on there also. And then it was, we only went to sea, I think, twice while I was on there in a 4-month period of time. Once to refuel some ships, and once we had a crack between the black oil tank and a diesel tank, and they were getting mixed with each other, so we were going to weld it up. And the shore people, they found out that we were going to weld it, but we were tied next to the fuel pier, so they ran us 20 miles out to sea. So if we did blow up, it was going to be out there somewhere. And got it welded up, crack fixed, and we're able to come back to port again. But it was not a bad ship. It was good. I was in the electrician's shop duty, and if a little job had come up that they needed somebody to go do, they'd holler at me, and I would go take care of whatever it happened to be. It might be a generator on a whaleboat, or it might be an electric motor somewhere that needed brushes, or some wiring that needed straightening out. So it was just little things on the Chipola that I did. Well, actually, we'd take on fuel right at the fuel pier, and that would take quite a time because it was about 1 million gallons, I believe, was what it held. And then when you went out to sea, you run a line to another ship. You got all coordinated. Everybody's going the same direction at the same speed, and you'd send lines across, and then they pulled a big hose. It looked to me like it was about an 8 or 10-inch hose across, and you would pump the fuel from the Chipola to the other ship that needed it. And one of the guys on there said, "You got to come out here and watch this. They do this every time. They keep calling for more pressure because they wanted to get fueled up in a hurry and get away from us." And they said those couplings would only stand so much pressure. And they'd keep saying, "Give me another couple pounds of pressure." And he says, pretty soon it's going to happen. Sure enough, it did. After they reached a certain poundage, the coupler would not stand it. It would blow off, and it would blow black crude oil all over the side of their ship, which made a mess. And of course, it tickled all the guys on the Chipola. They thought it was funny, but that was kind of a neat experience. And I watched them fuel up one compartment, one tank, with JP5, which was aircraft fuel. And they said, "You got to look at this." And the air vent that came out of that tank went up and made a curl and came down. And in the light, you could see the fumes coming out and bouncing on the deck. It looked just like water bouncing, and you could see it run over and down the side. And that was, they said, this is the reason the smoking lamp is out during the fuel process, because it